Maris is coming after you.
Yeah.
Ted Beer out of Phoenix. He is currently with St. Madness. He was formerly a Denver musician.
Okay.
He was with Cronow.
Why does that name sound familiar? See, I've only been here for 2 years trying to get into the music scene, but some of these bands I've heard of in passing.
Right.
You know?
Well, Cronow is one of those.
Okay.
And I believe it was Blitzen that he was also in. But anyway, when he was in Cronow, Maris ate his... Let's see, do I have to bleep words here?
I'll edit that out.
Oh, okay, so Maris ate his behind.
Okay.
We'll do it that way. I was a preschool teacher once. I know how to change my words.
That's fair. Oh, yeah. We're getting the sound effects in there today.
Right. So these are stories that not only does Maris take video of this, and he posts video of this, but these are stories that the musicians carry along with them for years. So he's created a memory.
And he's created, something to talk about, something to remember and tell his family. And,
absolutely.
You know?
And it's, and I got some of the behind the scenes verbiage of what went on and how it went on and how it was staged. And no, I'm not going to share that because that's Maris's secrets.
Okay.
And I
to share it.
I don't want to be killed by Maris.
Yeah. But you know what though? If you do, then you've made it.
Right.
There you go.
We're coming full circle here.
Right.
Yeah.
But these are, this is some of the fun that we get to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I sit down and interview musicians, these are the stories I get told.
And these are probably some of the best stories, just hanging out.
And I sat down with Sage Johnson. He was the drummer for Exiled.
Yes, they are also going to be at the Dawn the Rising show as well.
No, they're not.
They're not, they were.
No, they lost their lead singer.
Oh.
July 15th, we lost John Carson.
I'm very, very sorry. Condolences.
And that hit a lot of us.
Yeah.
He was an amazing man.
Wow.
So unfortunately, Exiled has to come off.
Oh, no. Well, we definitely here with Midnights with Moone MBR, sincerest condolences go out to his friends and family and bandmates, and
it was a shock. It was a shock to all of us.
Yeah.
But when I sat down and interviewed Sage, he actually told stories of traveling through South America, what it was like to tour, be on a touring show through South America, and they weren't put up in hotels. They were hosted by families.
See, that there is iconic
That
as well.
was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of stuff, letting the musicians relive their past.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them don't feel like they can tell those stories. They feel like, oh, that's bragging, and nobody wants to hear me bragging.
No, absolutely they do. That is the heart and the meat of what it's like to be a musician.
Right.
Having these families say, hey, you can stay with us. Absolutely. The memory's there.
Right.
It's like, oh, yeah, we stayed in this little house with about 5 people.
Yeah.
They welcomed us in, made us dinner.
Right.
Those are the stories that make an impact.
Right. And so it's been an amazing 2-year adventure. It's not stopping here, not for me anyway.
Yeah, you got a lot left. There's so many other bands that need you.
So many other bands out there I need to meet.
Yeah.
I absolutely have fallen in love with what I get to do.
And that right there means, when so many people have said to me, you know what, if it's something you love doing, it's not a job.
Right.
And that is cliche. It is a cliche term,
cliche,
but it's the truth. If you can walk a mile in anyone's shoes, will they say the same? Probably not.
Yeah. I can tell you, there's days that what I do wears on me.
Oh yeah.
There's days that I'm like, crap, I've got this many shows I've got to pre-build so that I can keep the content going out. Plus, I've got to find a co-host for this show, and I've got this live show coming up, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I've got my day job.
Yeah, you're nonstop.
And then I get somebody coming at me with negativity, and I'm like, you know what? Go away. Yeah. And that's not the words I want to say.
Today is not the day.
Yeah.
No.
Now is not the time. I'm not feeling extra special mommy lovey to you right now. And then they look at me and go, well, why do you do this? What do you get out of this?
That was going to be my question to you. So we are here, kind of turning the tables a little bit, because I want to know, who is Larry King and why does she matter? That's what I want to know. We're going to be completely candid right here. I know that we're part of your podcast, but you're also part of mine.
That's right. So you get the right to ask the questions too.
So, who is Larry King?
To me, if you ask me, I'm nobody. I'm just a fan.
And to me, being a fan, you're making a difference. Not only to your bands in color or in Denver, Phoenix. Where are we right now? Holy crap! So in Phoenix, in Arizona, you represent what the bands that many people, you're the representation. You are the voice.
Right. I am the one, and God, I'm going to sound like I've got an ego and a half. I am the one that helps get their music heard. I have the title promoter. I have the title podcaster. I own 2 groups on Facebook. All of these titles. What I really am is I'm a fan. I am an absolute fan. And I believe that just like those old PBS commercials, if you want to continue to see this content, you need to step up and support. Well, I stepped up and I support.
And that makes you more than a fan. It doesn't make you a fan. Not only does it make you a friend to the bands that you promote, it makes you the voice of Arizona, the voice of Worldwide Beat, Local Beat, Bands of the Beat. I'll say your shows for you. And because right now, what you're doing, being up here in Denver, you are showcasing the Denver, Colorado scene, which you don't need to do, but it's your pleasure and it's your honor to do that.
It is my pleasure, and you're right. It is absolutely my honor. When 6 months into this, Ted Beer, met him for the very first time as I was interviewing St. Madness. On the way out of the interview, he walked me to my car, and he looked at me and he said, Denver needs you. Mm-hmm. And I looked at him and went, man, I ain't figured out Phoenix yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can think about Denver, but I can't fathom how to help Denver, because everything I did for Phoenix and do for Phoenix is because I live right there. Yeah. I can physically go to the shows. I can physically take that video. I can physically go sit down with the bands and do an interview with them. I'm right there. My mind couldn't wrap around how to work in multiple states, how to work out of multiple locations. It wasn't until I got connected to One Track Mind that I went, oh, I can do this. Yeah. It's just a matter of playing them on my show.
Exactly.
Well, then I had to change the format of the show. I had to change it from a podcast that supports your favorite local Phoenix bands to just your favorite local bands.
Yeah.
Then I started getting music from around the world. I've gotten music from Ireland, Australia, England, and Greece. H2 Ocean is out of Greece.
I'll check those guys out.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
They're heavy. They're heavy.
I'm okay with heavy.
Yeah. But they are good. They're one of their advertisements came across Facebook and came across my feed. Well, I automatically shared it into my Worldwide Beat group. And the next thing I know, they messaged me.
Nice.
And they thanked me for sharing. And we talked about the fact that I have the podcast. And they, not only did they send me music for the podcast, they sent me a CD.
Oh, very nice. And
the artwork on that CD. Okay, weird things catch my attention. I am Ooh Squirrel. But yeah,
I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, cool.
The artwork was amazing, and the music is good, and I'm happy as heck to play them on my show.
Yeah,
heck yeah. So it's things like that. I've had bands come to me and say, "Well, your show's a lot of metal. Is that all you play?" Nope, I play everything, whether I like it or not.
And that is the staple, play not only what you like, but play what other people will like as well. Because not everything that everybody likes, you'll like. But if you play it, it's recognition.
Right.
And it just boosts yourself up to opening so many more doors.
How many fans are out there of that music that I don't know about?
You don't know until you play them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. So, and my dad was a musician. Not a professional musician, not in a band, a home musician. And the number one thing that he taught me about music was all music, whether you like it or not, that's somebody's art.
Yeah. That
they've put their heart and soul into.
100%.
You need to appreciate it, if for no other reason. You need to appreciate it for that.
And that's right there speaks volumes. And the fact that you have branched out, you're here. Oh, gee, that squeaked. Edit that out. But you're here with us in Denver, showcasing the Denver bands. And it's an absolute honor to finally meet you.
And you as well, because, girl, you work just as hard as I do.
And this is my day job. Basically,
right?
I am working so hard just to get my shows prepared. What bands am I going to showcase? But, not only that, I teach interns. I man all of this and what you see here. And I work out of my little studio out of my house. And it gets warm in there. Like super, super warm. Warmer than Roar's rehearsal studio.
Oh, hey.
Oh, it's good. That's what this studio used to feel.
Did you feel like you were in a sauna? And I don't mean to pick on y'all. Y'all did a great job hosting us that night. Oh, absolutely. Awesome. But yeah, it was warm.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't. I'm just gonna die here. That's okay. Just bury me, slap me on a wall. I don't care.
They hang you up as one more piece of music memorabilia on their walls.
You're dead.
Because, oh my God, did you check out all that memorabilia?
Unbelievable. Unreal.
That is 30, 40 years worth of music memorabilia hanging on those walls.
At least. And we were so honored to be able to sit down, not only to really get to know the band Roar, but to sit there, again, not only get to hear the band, but to hear them in rehearsal with their new upcoming, as well as you guys will be able to see this on August 7th at 8 p.m. at the venue in Cortez Street in Denver, Colorado. The early sneak peek that we got to see of their
newest video.
Unbelievable. You need to see it. If you guys did not get to that show, claw your way to that show.
Right? I'm serious. It's that video is so worth seeing.
100%. Well done.
Yeah. It was amazing. Do you often get to go interview bands?
No. I did. I did some photo shoots for a local band called Blizzard of Oz. They are an Ozzy Osbourne tribute band, and now he's actually Vince Bedan fantastic.